what extent is it anaerobic versus aerobic? Because it's very explosive, but then it's also for 50 to 65 minutes. So there is that endurance element. What balance do you think it comes down to?
I'm not. Yeah, like you definitely need a good aerobic base for sure. So like you see a lot of the triathletes and Ironmen and people come in with sort of massive sort of base engines, and if you get a heavier sort of one of them athletes that can put a bit of muscle on and some strength, then I think it's good for them. But yeah, you can't just have an anaerobic athlete. You can't like this sport just choose sort of the strength mongs up. You know what I mean? Like you can't just turn up and you know do it from just an anaerobic. It's both. You've got to have. I think that the ideal background is someone that's sort of a middle distance runner, probably 800 to 1500 meters. If I was to design a Hyrox athlete growing up, it'd be someone like that, an 800 to 1500 meter runner, but then discovered the gym, but not just the gym. It's got to be sort of sport specific. So you don't just want to be doing bodybuilding split type strength stuff. It's got to be explosive plyos, sort of max strength type stuff as well. So it's yeah. I think there's definitely, it's not just anaerobic at all. There's definitely I think probably 70-30, I reckon, maybe in aerobic favour.
And what, certainly from a cycling background, anything over 70 kilos is quite heavy. But then I was
Yeah.
quite surprised at how heavy you need to be in high rocks. A lot of the guys, high 80s, low 90 kilos, and just to
Yeah.
sort of move the weight that's required.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think anyone from a competitive cycling background that can put some size on, within reason, sort of to get in the 80s to 90s can be really competitive because Hyrox is basically just mostly leg endurance. It is like obviously you've got the sleds, pretty much leg endurance, burpees, the row, lunges, the wall balls. Like if your legs need to be extremely strong, but like not just sort of absolute strength, it has to have that endurance. And I think cycling's a good place to come from for sure. But yeah, like weight wise, like I'm 90 kilos. I'm 92, 93 is where I want a bit like my body likes to be at. But like Hunter as well, Hunter's similar to me, 92, 93. And it's like you don't get many people that can run quite fast at that weight. So I think that's why we do quite well at the sport, just because like it's quite hard to find someone that can move the sleds as well as sort of we do, and run as fast as we do. That's the trick here, because if you're too light, if you say you're 70, 80 kilos, not 80, but more like 70 kilos, the sleds are just going to absolutely chew you up, and then yeah, it's hard to come back from that.
It must be hard in terms of eating because surely you can do quite a lot of volume when it comes to high rocks training, but also you need to maintain size, if not put on size. Does that just mean
Yeah.
you're eating a lot every day?
Yeah, I eat a lot. So twice a week, I'm eating about 5,000 calories.
Wow.
So yeah, like on my high days, I'm probably burning 2,500 to 3,000 active calories. So yeah, so I'm having to. It's just literally eating all the time. I just get sick of it. Literally just like sugar. It's just constant, just bread, sugar. That's all I eat so much so many carbs. It's unbelievable. But like you need it because yeah, them high days are seriously taxing on the body, and you just need the energy. So yeah, if you if you want to put the hours in, if you don't eat, you're right. You're going to lose weight, and then you're going to lose power and strength, and then unfortunately that doesn't work with high rocks.
With your 2 times a week doing 5,000 calories, is that with an aim to maintain size, or are you still aiming to increase in size?
Yeah, so at the minute I'm trying to cut size. So at the minute I'm trying to get down. So on the high days I'm probably eating 4,500. I'm trying to get in a 500 cal deficit um, every day at the minute because, like I say, like the World Championships is coming up, and I'm trying to find that balance between power to weight ratio. And I know if I could drop, if I get to 89, I think that is going to be amazing. But I just any less than that, and I'm going to lose power, and then that's going to impact sort of my stations, which I'm probably like top two, top three in like the sleds and things like that, because I'm a heavy, stronger athlete. I seem to excel in the first half of the race. Like I'm always normally top two, top three. So yeah, it's a balance at the minute trying to find that optimum race weight. But the World Champs is about 9 weeks out. So like, it does not take long for me to drop weight. I could drop so much weight so quick just because of the volume of training. But I'm trying to do it really gradually. But it's a hard effort. Like I really love my food. And then when I'm still trying to train, like I do get hungry, and a bit grumpy. And when I'm constantly in a deficit, it's like, yeah, it's pretty tough. So that's where I'm at.
And I suspect with a new kid as well, it must be quite hard to balance all of that and all the training and also be in a calorie deficit.
Yeah, there's times where, yeah, I do question why I'm doing it. I really do. When I'm like weighing my food out every day and I'm in a calorie deficit, if I'm not getting any sleep one night because of the boy and things like that, just general life and having to work as well. And like I live in Doha right now and the heat is starting to get hotter now. So like everything gets harder, even just like commuting around. But like my track workouts now are getting harder. So my paces are dropping off. But I know that because it's getting hotter. So yeah, everything's hard, but you don't get anything good out of life when it's easy, do you? So
what was the instigator to move out from Doha? Because you were in England beforehand, weren't you?
yeah, so I was in the UK. It was just because of my work, really. I got offered a job out here, and me and my wife have always sort of said that we'd like to sort of do something different, travel a bit. We always like to travel, and this was quite a good opportunity. It just seemed to line up perfectly. It was sort of right after the World Championships in Manchester, and like normally like that's my off season, so I'm always having 2 or 3 months just sort of downtime a bit. And we thought, yeah, we just thought, bugger it, we'll try it. And yeah, here we are right now. So it's not been the easiest move. I'm not going to lie. We moved out here in July last year, and it was like 45, 50 degrees heat. Never in my life been in that type of heat. Most people sort of leave the country when we arrived. So yeah, it's not been easy whatsoever. Like just going out for runs and stuff, it was unbearable. Like I was getting blisters all over, like my chafage blisters on my arms, my legs, and that stopped me running for a while. And just like learning a new lifestyle and everything was so hard. But yeah, you get through it, and yeah, here we are now. It's getting hotter.